Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the time. Let me introduce myself. My name is Satria, lecturer at Faculty of Law, Universitas Muhammadiyah, Surabaya. I would like presentation into Social Legal Joint Conference 2020 regarding the law in the future. What is the challenges to development of social legal studies in Indonesia? What is important to take the times regarding how to making social legal studies is more stringent into the Faculty of Law in Indonesia. There is we know that there are several problems regarding legal education in Indonesia with some barriers or problems and challenges in each other, and how to challenges, especially to develop of social legal, especially in the Faculty of Law or mostly Faculty of Law in Indonesia. And the last, how to aid the base for develop of legal studies. For the first, what is several problems of legal education in Indonesia? There is legal scholars who only study of legal formalism without understanding the reality of the dynamics of how law works or how law in actions, and just only produce a technocrat. The issue of freedom to learn of or Merdeka Belajar policy in higher education policy, which initiated by Ministry of Education, leave one big problem, which is only oriented toward producing skilled laborers or liberalization of trade. So what is important to understanding of socio-legal, this is a dilemma for a law faculty in Indonesia between following a government policy or focusing on building character, integrity, and legal skills in the Faculty of Law in Indonesia. So my research questions, for the first, how the law education is able to support of law enforcement reform with integrity in Indonesia. For the second, how to realize a socio-legal based law education in the midst of the strong flow of legal formalism run or implementation by Faculty of Law in Indonesia. My research method, the use of socio-legal research to identify how the situation of law education in Indonesia in the paradigm of political economy, also socio and cultural. So what is socio-legal? Socio-legal is integrating between legal approach, also social science. It's combined knowledge, skills, form of research and education experience for two or several disciplines in an effort to solve of the theoretical and methodological limitation. And we know that for Edward Demon and David Wincott say that socio-legal is a new genre of study of law. So what is, we can talk about socio-legal is a new genre of law study or study of law. Why? Because it's an interdisciplinary studies and a hybrid of the legal sciences and the other sciences. And the law have many phases. Therefore, among legal scientists, there is no single way to understanding. The law isn't only of normative conception, but also a thing that forbidden and permissible. Its content of cognitive conception. And law can be learned either from the perspective of legal sciences or social sciences, as well as combination both of them. And the study of law in, especially for developing countries, such as in Indonesia, it's need or require the multidisciplinary approach, both law and also social sciences, to making of rule of law is more stringent. The rule of law is more stringent, especially in the focus to how to implementation regarding separation of authority, ensure protection of human rights, and become finding of law is prioritas for law enforcement in Indonesia. There is any topics or several topics to develop of social legal studies in Faculty of Law in Indonesia. What is content of social legal studies in Faculty of Law in Indonesia is for two purposes. For the first, how to legal education, and the second, how to legal research. To legal education, its purposes to understanding what is ethics and law, to understanding what is legal skills, what is law in local context or law and adat perspective, law in genders, or multidisciplinary engagement between law in the other social sciences. For the legal research, how to understanding interdisciplinary research by law, especially for quantitative research, such as on court sentencing and any other statistic method. And the qualitative method, there is a purposes for ethnography research of law. For legal skill to socio-legal, it's for two purposes. For the first, how to legal analysis skill to finding a relevant source of law, in-depth analysis and create of a legal reasoning from its object analysis, and finding of law skills is prioritized skills for legal practitioners, such as for judge, prosecutor, lawyers, and each other. And it cannot learn with simple method, and socio-legal is one of the solution to understanding of law in depth analysis. So we can involve into the legal skills in 21st century, how to use of big data and cloud computing analysis, how to use artificial intelligence to support for law enforcement, how to game theory and casebook to know or to analyze the probability of economic crime analysis, and how to open source of digital platform of law, the use to understanding what is law in action, and actually how to making a curriculum of law studies with engagement TI system and law in society. It's a requirement to implementation of socio-legal in Faculty of Law in Indonesia. So what the reasoning to development of Faculty of Law in Indonesia using on socio-legal studies? Why? Because in several the best Faculty of Law around the world has developed interdisciplinary legal studies or socio-legal studies, such as in Universitas Leiden, such as in the University of Chicago, and in the neighbor countries in the Indonesia, such as NUS and also University of Melbourne. So how the importance to develop of socio-legal for Faculty of Law in Indonesia for legal education is answering the development of technology and globalization, and making legal skill more stronger doesn't stop at doctrinal only. For research of law, how the development of multidisciplinary legal research to making more better quality of legal research in Indonesia, how the stringent study of law in the situation into the free trade area and liberalization education and borderless situation, it can be solved by the socio-legal approach. And for the law enforcement, how the opportunity to finding of law and study to judge or judicial decision in the past, it's important to create of legal skill for integrity and anti-corruption, especially for law enforcement. And how to involve of legal skill in faculty or legal ethics in Faculty of Law in Indonesia is to understanding concept of ethic norms, to create critical thinking, and show enforcement of ethic act. It's not based on subjective assessment, but rationally and morality approach. Critical thinking to understanding of case with a critical and multidisciplinary approach. And the fourth evaluation and analysis is application of case study to understanding in law in action, or as case and quote unquote and roles of ethics in any several cases. And the last, for a conclusion, my research, the socio-legal based law education paradigm is not only aimed at producing law scholars who are capable of science and technology, but also able to develop law sciences alongside with a social law and ethics and law and protection for indigenous people in the local context, as well as law, the view of human rights. The aim also show emphasis on producing law scholars who are adaptive to change in society. And the second, how law education reform in Indonesia is expected to be able to bring closer to the reality of the work of law that occurs amid society, rather than just studying of law, the legislation or law in text. Furthermore, the law education should be able to provide a comprehensive view in the context of preparing law education curriculum and interactive learning. I think this is the last my presentation. Thank you and good morning for all.